Heed the heavens, the grand Theogenist demands. Azir stirs. Yes, as wind is wanton to do, magic or otherwise. I am tired and drunk on rage. My eyes seek to make a fool of me. And a fool I am made. Grungis Baldric, revered by soldiers, dwarves, and dimwits aplenty. Heed the heavens, heed the heavens, heed the heavens. And heed them I shall, and I am certain to find them once again lacking of anything worthy of my heeding. Sigmar tests me, though there is little left for him to test. The Piper. Today you show me the Piper. We shan't see the third constellation tomorrow. I'm sure of it.
Teaser number 2 has dropped, and while only 4 seconds shorter than the first, gives us another little puzzle to solve. I rolled both teasers together to give you, the audience, a more comprehensive view of what we see unfolding, and it's only convinced me more that we are indeed seeing these in the context of Total War Warhammer 3. In the first teaser, we uncovered what might be a reveal for the Chaos God Khorne. What awaits us in this second teaser? Let's dive into it to find out. First off, we are right back with the same Magister in the Altdorf Astrolabe, and, while a bit testy, has calmed down quite a bit since the first teaser, if unconvinced he needs to look on this particular night. There's no sense of time that has passed from the first constellation with Grungy's Baldric, but with a lack of expectations in seeing a constellation, it implies that it is still in the same season, which would be more late spring than early summer, as there's another constellation that shows itself in early summer, but only one in late spring. This is extremely important to remember as the Magister looks into the heavens, drawn in by yet another cosmic revelation, which is something I forgot to mention in the first video. It leads his eyes to the next constellation, one that's not remotely supposed to be there. While not seemingly shocked or surprised, the revealing of the Piper as the next constellation has its intrigue indeed. The Piper is only supposed to show itself at its greatest point in autumn, half a year away. A month or so is sometimes an acceptable excuse for seeing a constellation early, but seeing something in late spring rather than autumn is chaotic, to say the least. If we consult the Star Signs chapter in the Warhammer rulebook, we can see that the Piper is all about cunning, scheming, and diplomacy. It's believed that great leaders are born under this sign, but also great traitors, with some believing those traitors are one and the same. One of the biggest takeaways from the Piper constellation is the desire to negotiate deals at any cost, playing both sides of the table against each other, or even tricking one side to accomplish what the character's goal is. With all that in mind, I have a fair confidence in what this all means, especially in the context of the first teaser we saw on Friday, and it just gets better and better. There's little doubt in my mind that this constellation is a continuation of the Chaos theme for a possible Warhammer 3 lead-up, only this time it's focusing on Tzeentch. For those that do not know, Tzeentch is the Chaos God of change, evolution, intrigue, and sorcery. He dabbles in every plot in the known universe, twisting every action led by those that follow him willingly and those that do not. He schemes seemingly to just scheme with no goal in sight, at least none that us mere mortals can tell. It is said that his scheming is so great and so vast that many of them unravel due to their incredible complexity, yet it does not stop him. Tzeentch's goal is to surpass all other Chaos Gods and be the supreme power in the Warp, an entirely different dimension completely composed of psychic energy. So to say Tzeentch matches the sign of the Piper is quite fitting. I also believe it's no coincidence that the Piper is chosen as the sign out of its place, as it's quite perfect that the Chaos God of schemes and plots would throw this sign into another season, especially considering his goal to be above the rest. What does this mean in the hopeful context of Warhammer 3? Why, he's obviously the potential next Chaos faction and/or cultural religious group, as I hypothesized in the last video. I'm not entirely on board with the idea of the cultural group as I was in the first video, but again, I'm pretty stumped as to how they'll pull off a faction purely based on a Chaos God rather than an entire species, unless they really roll with the Age of Sigmar side of Warhammer Fantasy World, which is honestly a real possibility. If the latter is the case, then we are in for some twisted fun with these two Chaos factions, and it will be quite the ride on release. The last bit of the trailer points us to the next day with a bit of uncertainty. Will we get another teaser tomorrow, or will the gods of chaos truly represent their namesake and leave us hanging out to dry? I'm not entirely sure, but one thing certainly is for sure. There's something coming, and the forces of chaos are stirring towards what end we do not yet know. It must be emphasized, we are still not for sure that this truly is Warhammer 3. As mentioned before, this isn't their usual format for DLC, but it is also possible this next DLC might be their last, and Creative Assembly might want to go out with a bang. I guess you'll have to stick around on the channel to find out. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this second teaser speculation video as things get spicier and spicier. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notification bells as you'll be notified when a video goes live. I would appreciate the love with a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and a comment only boosts this video into the glorious and mysterious YouTube algorithm, so comment away. Thanks again for watching. This is Havoc, and I will see you in the next one.
Heed the heavens. Heed the heavens. Heed the heavens. And heed them I shall, and I am certain to find them once again lacking of anything worthy of my heeding. Sigmar tests me, though there is little left for him to test. The Piper. Today you show me the Piper. We shan't see the third constellation tomorrow. I'm sure of it.